fit and fine, right? You know that we have started our chapter number 9, that is verbs. Exercise students, what is verb? See, verb is an action word, right? And it is a word which shows the position or condition of the subject, right? And it also denotes what is possessed by the subject. So in short, what is a verb? A verb is a word which shows what the subject is, what the subject has, and what the subject does, right? Now there are 3 kinds of verbs. First is transitive verb, intransitive verb, and verb of incomplete predication. Now what is transitive verb? See students, transitive verbs means a verb which requires an object to complete its meaning, right? What is transitive verb? Transitive verb means the verb which requires an object to complete its meaning, right? And the objects are of 2 types, that is non-living thing and living thing, that is direct and indirect object. See, non-living things are considered as direct object and living things are considered as indirect object. Now next is the intransitive verb. What is intransitive verb? See, intransitive verbs are a verb which does not require an object to complete its meaning. It itself, right, makes some sense, and but itself, and what is intransitive verb? A verb which does not require an object to complete its meaning but make good sense by itself. Means intransitive verbs does not require any object to complete it, right? Complete the meaning, but the verb itself gives a meaning. That verb is called intransitive. See here, example, my sister shouted. Here, shouted is a verb and it is an intransitive verb because it itself gives a meaning. Here, it is not required to write any object. And the next one, the dog barked. So the dog barked. Bark is a verb. It is intransitive verb because it itself gives some meaning, right? So the verb which itself gives some meaning and which does not require any object to complete the meaning, that verb is called intransitive. Read the following sentences. Nitish is sleeping and the bell rang. See here, is sleeping and rang itself gives some meaning, right? That doesn't require any object to complete. So they are called intransitive verb. Right? Next example, my sister shouted. The children are studying and the dog barked. See here the verbs are intransitive because they does not require any object to complete the meaning, right? And see the next is verbs of incomplete predication. What is verbs of incomplete predication? Transitive and intransitive verbs which need the help of some word or words to complete the sense of sentence are called verbs of incomplete predication. See, sometimes transitive verbs and intransitive verbs require some other words, not the object, but some other words to complete the sentence, right? To complete the sentence. That word are called verbs of incomplete predication. For example, the dancers performed. See here, perform is intransitive verb. Second one, Nina is a friendly girl. See here, is called verb of incomplete predication because it requires some word to complete the meaning. Right? Now see it in your book. Read the sentences. The boy is honest. He is good sportsman and the play was interesting. Here, the verbs is and was do not take an object, right? Here, honest and interesting, they do not take an object, right? But when the words honest, a good sports person and interesting are added, the to complete the sentence. The verb is and was are called incomplete verbs. Means, see here it is written the boy is honest, the play was interesting. See, is and was, right? They are not action words, right? But they require some words to complete the meaning. See, if we write like the boy is, the book is, the book was, so what? The sentence is incomplete. It doesn't give any meaning, right? So we have to add some word, right, to complete the sentence. So that words are called. That words are called the complement of the verb. But is and was are called the verbs of incomplete predication, right? See here next example. She sings melodiously. He screams loudly when scared. See here melodiously is added to sings and loud is added after screams, right? So here screams and sings are verbs of incomplete predication, right? And they require some words to complete the meaning. So here melodiously and loudly are called object of the verb, or we can say complement of the verb. Sings and screams are called verb of incomplete predication, right? Now see here next answers. Next examples. The dancers perform enthusiastically. See here perform is, right, verb of incomplete predication, because here the word enthusiastically is added, right? So enthusiastically is called the complement of the verb, and perform is called verb of incomplete predication. A word or group of words that completes the sense of a sentence is called the complement of the verb. Means after the verb we write any word, right, which give complement, that is called complement of the verb. Now next is Nina is a friendly girl. See here Nina is subject, is a verb, and here a friendly girl is written for Nina, that means subject. So here is a friendly girl is called subject complement. What it is called? Subject complement means the word which we add after the verb. If it is for subject, that is called subject complement, and if it is for object, then it is called object complement. Let's see here. Here one example. I consider him trustworthy. See here I consider. Consider is a verb. Him is object, and trustworthy is the complement which is written for him, right? So trustworthy is called object complement. If we write any word for subject, that is called subject complement, and if we write any word for object, that is called object complement. Next example, I found her cooperative. See, found is a verb, her it's object, and cooperative is written for her. So cooperative is called object complement, right? Or we can say object complement. Next topic is main and auxiliary verbs. What is main verb? See students, whatever action we do, that is called main verb. For example, play, eat, dance, write, jump, hop, scold, right? All these are called main verbs. Borrow, lend, right? All these are called main verbs. And by that main verbs, we change the forms of main verbs as per the tense. That is past tense, past participle and present past participle. And what are auxiliary verbs? Auxiliary verbs, or we can call helping verbs. Which are they? Like be, have and do. Auxiliary verbs or helping verbs, and there are of be form, have form and do form. See now, what are the be form? I, right? What are the be form? That is am, is, are, was, were, and will and shall. Right? Will be and shall be. What are be form? Am, is, are, was, were, will be and shall be. They are called be forms. Now have form. Has, have and had. And do form. That is do, does and did. So there are three types of auxiliary or helping verbs. Be form, has form and do form. Be forms are is, are, am, was, were, will be, shall be. Have forms are have, has and had. And do forms do, does and did. Right? And why they are called helping verbs? See, sometimes we use this be form as a main verb, and sometimes we take help of this be forms with the main verb. For example, if I say you are a student, you are a student. See here, are is called be form, right? Are is called be form, and here are is acting like a main verb, right? If I say you a student, so the sentence is incomplete. So we have to add are. You are a student. So here are is a main verb. But if I say you are learning well, so here are learning. See, learning is a verb, action verb. And here are is added with learning. So here it is called auxiliary verb or helping verb. For example, if I say you learning well, so you learning well, but when? Right now, in the past or in the future? Don't know. So we have to add be forms with the main verb for the tenses to understand the tenses, right? So sometimes be form, have form and do form, they work as main verb, and sometimes it has the main verb. When it has the main verb, they are called helping verb. Now see here, verbs are broadly classified into two categories based on their functions. Main or principal verbs are words like run, dance, eat, work and jump. We add an ending, that is, sometimes we add d, t, ed. That becomes past tense, right? And then sometimes we change the form. For example, eat, we write eaten, right? And sometimes we add ing, eating. That is called present participle. So we change the verbs as per the tenses, right? And the next is here auxiliary or helping verb. Are forms like be and have. The verbs be can be used is, are, am, was, were, and the verbs have can be used as has, have, will have, shall have, and do, does, it can be used do, does, eat, do, does, did, and can as could. These are the helping verbs are used to form tenses, questions, negative sentence, or to show the manner of action expressed by the principal verbs. Why we use this auxiliary or helping verbs? Why? To frame for the tenses, to frame the questions, to write negative sentences, and to show the manner of action that is done by the principal verb, right? See here, she has to dance carefully. Here, has is auxiliary verb. He is playing outside. Here, is an auxiliary verb. Neha does sleep every afternoon, and Sangeeta can sing sweetly. See here, does and can are called auxiliary verbs. So students, our chapter is over and I explained you what is verb, what is transitive verb, and what is verb of incomplete predication, and principal or main verb. Thank you.
आभार।